should I have called first?
No, not at all. You're my favorite kind of surprise. Courtney Canellos, that is a beautiful coat.
Oh, this old thing.
Is it cashmere?
What else?
Well, I love a woman with good taste. So tell me, to what do I owe this honor?
I come bearing gifts.
Uh-oh. Should I beware?
No, it's just a small thank you for all the financial advice.
Whoa. It's a Rolf Langdor. Courtney, these things cost a...
Shush, shush. I finally settled things with my inheritance. I can afford a little splurge.
Oh, I see. Well, messy.
I'm James Owens. I called about the ad.
Oh, James, come on in. This is the place. 1 bedroom, kitchen, furnished, move-in condition.
Nice.
The good view's from the bedroom window. The cherry blossoms will be in full bloom in about a month. Great to wake up to.
Yeah, all I can see out of this window is that old brownstone next door.
Hello. Hey, you on? About 20 minutes. Are you off?
10 minutes ago.
You're still here?
Well, I was starving, so I thought I'd stop to get something to eat.
Hospital food? You need to get out more, really. So is that why you, changed your hair?
What do you mean?
Well, it just looks so sexy. Looks fantastic. Are you trying to impress that man of yours? Or somebody else?
Mind if I join you?
No, sure. Please, take a seat. This is Sebastian. Sebastian, this is Eve.
Hello.
Hi.
Let me guess. Pediatrician.
Well, if I had to do it all over again, probably...
Oh, neurosurgeon.
Actually, Sebastian is not a doctor.
I'm here on a consulting job.
Oh, well, it's nice to meet you anyway.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Would you like some salad?
I've already eaten. But I would like an apartment. Do either of you know of any vacancies?
No.
Ellen, the top floor of your building, remember?
Oh, right. I forgot.
She has been working way too hard. Honestly. You have. First, you're eating hospital food. Gross. Second of all, you forgot about the vacancy in your own building. What are we going to do with her? So, Ellen, how big is the apartment?
The other side of town would actually be a little bit more convenient. It's closer to my work.
Oh, well, I'll keep my eyes and ears open then.
I have to go.
Ellen, you haven't even finished your salad. You said you were starving.
Well, I'm running late, and, it was good to see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, come on in. I'd offer you some lunch, but it was Sloppy Joe's, no pun intended.
I just had a protein shake anyway, so.
You want some juice?
Sure. Yeah, I just saw your car outside. I thought I'd stop in and say hi. Check in on the new domestic arrangements. Is it bliss yet?
Definitely takes some getting used to, some compromising, but, yeah, bliss is the word.
Starting to get that Scanlon lived-in look.
I'm not even going to ask what you mean by that. So you and Ellen think of cohabitating in the near future?
Well, we haven't made any plans in that direction, no.
So you want to keep shooting the breeze? Or are you going to tell me what's wrong?
I'll take it.
A month to month or 1 year lease?
Month to month.
Oh, that's $30 more.
Oh, that's okay. I don't know how long I'll be in town. You know how unpredictable business can be.
Tell me about it.
So, is there something I need to sign?
Well, I'll need first and last month's rent if you could write me a check.
Is cash okay?
Cash is always okay.
All right. There you go. First and last.
Keys.
All right.
I'll have the paperwork for you to sign first thing in the morning.
I'll be here. Oh, and the place is perfect. Just what I was looking for.
Wish they were all as pleasant as you, Mr. Owens. I'll see you first thing in the morning.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Just what I was looking for.
The watch looks handsome on you.
It does, doesn't it?
I'm glad you like it.
Listen, why don't we take off this coat and I can come up with a proper way to thank you?
Tempting. But I can't stay.
Excuse me, I'm being rejected here?
Well, not by choice, believe me. I have to take Neil over to Mary's, and then I need to prepare for tomorrow.
All right, what's tomorrow?
An appointment with my banker. Besides, I wouldn't want to wear out my welcome.
Oh, no. That's not possible. See, now whatever you're thinking, you hold that thought.
Oh, Ellen, would you look at you? My. I love your hair.
Thanks. Can't a person make a little change about the entire world? Commenting on it?
Yeah, well, just a little sensitive there, aren't we? But I like it. But I'm glad you're here. Even if you came over with no hair and you were completely bald, I would love it because I need a break. I've been working too hard, and I ordered lunch. You want some?
I had lunch. Oh, no, I didn't. I looked at lunch. I had a perfectly good salad. You know, I was starving, and all I did was look at it.
Whoa, this isn't good. This is tea time. This is chamomile tea time. Sit down. Come here. Give me your coat. Sit down. Sit down. Tea? I'm going to boil the water. Stay. Don't move.
No, I don't need tea. I need to discuss something with you.
Okay? I am here for you. Whatever this is, we can get through this together.
Sebastian visited me at the hospital.
That's it?
He's making me crazy.
Oh. What exactly is he doing?
Being a perfect gentleman.
Oh, that, huh? Darn, that gets so annoying.
It's just that when I'm with him, it all comes flooding back. That night, the costumes, the moonlight, the music, the kiss, his eyes, blazing eyes.
Electricity.
1,000 volts.
And you just can't help yourself, can you?
No. Oh, I hate this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so wait. Really, truly, tell me, what is going on?
Well, he showed up at the hospital yesterday, and he kept going on about how fate brought us back together, how fate helped him find my car when it was stuck. And I said, it had nothing to do with fate. It's just coincidence. That's all. We should go our separate ways.
Mm-hmm. And you convinced him?
I was firm.
You did not convince him.
I didn't convince myself. Oh, you know, with all my logic.
Uh-huh, yeah.
I am beginning to think that maybe Sebastian and I were thrown together by fate.
That was tasty.
Well, you seem to enjoy it.
Well, you should never let a good salad go to waste. I'm sure Ellen would approve.
Well, I'm sure she would.
So how do you and Ellen know each other?
Lady of the Stars. That's it. I'm sitting here, you're looking at me, you look so familiar, and it hits me. You're the Lady of the Stars in the infomercial.
Well, gee, you make me feel like a movie star.
You were lovely.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I was like a last-minute replacement. It was one of those, gee, the model broke her leg at the last minute, so could you fill in? That sort of thing.
Well, they lucked out.
Oh, my, you are filling my head with flattery. I don't know if my ego could take much more. But since you're on a roll, go on.
I was the man.
You were the man?
In the story, I was the Duke.
Wait a minute. You're real?
Last time I checked.
I had no idea that story was about real people. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So you met someone and fell in love all in one day?
Well, something like that.
Oh, did you ever see the woman again?
Yes.
And it was powerful and sensuous and romantic. And it didn't work out.
Not the way I hoped it would.
Oh, man. Well, so did it really happen in Venice?
No, in New Orleans, at the Mardi Gras.
Really? Well, you know, Lucy made that infomercial. Was Lucy Coe the woman of Mardi Gras? Oh, good. Okay, I didn't think so, because you and Lucy, I don't think you guys would get along. And you'd know what I meant if you ever met Lucy. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You're sweating.
I'm just a little lightheaded. I'm okay.
Have you eaten today?
Yeah, this morning.
Mm-hmm. Do you have chest pains? Palpitations?
No, I'm okay.
Are you having trouble breathing?
I'm fine.
Okay. You know what? Let's take you downstairs and we'll run some tests.
No, please. No test.
No, really, it's okay. It will not take any time at all. I promise I'll get you in and out of there faster than you could say Mardi Gras.
Doctor, Eve, please, sit. My dizziness is a result of changes in my blood pressure. The pharmacy here at Port Charles wouldn't fill my prescription because it's out of state. I was hoping Ellen would help me out, but she's gone, so I was wondering if I could impose upon you.
It's no imposition. Just give me the name of your doctor in, where, New Orleans?
Yes.
Okay.
Dr. Charles Kearns, New Orleans General.
Mm-hmm.
Area code 504.
Okay.
555 0100.
Okay. Kearns. Yeah, I've heard of him.
He's a good man.
Doesn't he specialize
In cardiology. Yes.
Careful.
Nobody can see me.
We don't want to blow it now.
The sun's shining that way. We're in the shadows. This place is perfect. There's even a view of the garden.
Tell me I done good.
Very good.
I know. What about you?
Well, maybe it was the Rolflinger watch. But Chris totally buys him an heiress. He's eating it up. Doesn't suspect a thing.
Well, she's buying, then I'm buying it.
Maybe she charged all that stuff.
Are you kidding? This watch, that coat? No way. No. Somehow Courtney Canellis has managed to come up with a truckload of money.
Not from the inheritance.
You sure about that?
I'm positive. She and Neil were both cut out of John Canellis' will. They didn't get a dime.
Interesting. Very interesting. What is this woman trying to pull?
All right, I spoke with Dr. Kearns. I'm writing you a prescription for your nitroglycerin pills and spray, and I'm also prescribing something for your pressure, too.
Sorry to be a pain in the neck.
Yeah, how dare you interfere with my real work? So, do you have any chest pains?
Not at the moment.
How often?
I know I have a connective tissue disorder, which will eventually kill me. Probably sooner than later.
Let's aim for later.
I'm all for that.
Call me if your symptoms flare. In the meantime, I'll arrange to have copies of your medical records transferred here.
This information is strictly between the two of us.
Of course.
Doctor-patient confidentiality. You don't repeat this to anyone.
So come on, Matt, spill. I want to talk about you. I mean, these new living arrangements, they're working out?
Yeah, working out fine, just like I said, in spite of the Scanlon lived-in look.
And your wedding plans are coming along?
Wedding plans are moving along nicely.
Oh, do you guys have a caterer?
What are you, the wedding police?
Can a guy ask about his friend's nuptials?
You can ask me about the centerpieces. You can ask me about the bridesmaids' dresses for all I care. But that is not why you're here.
That obvious?
Is it, Ellen?
Some old boyfriend of hers showed up.
Showed up?
Yeah, I just tracked her down. Some guy she met 10 years ago for one day.
It's kind of weird.
Well, he just claims he wants to be friends, but... something about this whole situation makes me uneasy.
But look, he's dangerous.
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. But call me jealous, call me paranoid. But my gut feeling tells me that this guy is not telling the truth.
You know, you cannot fight fate.
If you say that one more time.
It's true, though. It is just true. You can't
Don't
fight.
say it.
Listen, you also cannot overspeak an ultimate truism.
That is the silliest thing you've ever said.
Fine. Just don't listen to me.
I'm sorry. I'm taking this all out on you, Lucy. I'm the one who's behaving like an idiot.
It's okay. I understand. It's just you really can't fight your feelings.
You know, Matt is the only man in my life. And I don't want to do anything that might jeopardize our relationship.
You won't.
You know, I don't owe Sebastian a thing. I mean, how could I? I only knew him one day. One day of celebration, of beignets, of walks in the moonlight, of
Stars and romance and mystery.
It's ridiculous.
Mm-mm. It's destiny.
That settles it.
What? So you're giving in?
No, I'm going to end it completely. Oh, it's impossible to be friends with him. He comes near me, I turn into a blithering idiot. No, I cannot be his friend. I can't see him. Period.
So I said, show me the most expensive telescope in the store. And he said, well, ma'am, you're looking at it. And I said, well, then, wrap it up.
It must be nice.
Oh, Frank, you can spin too. You just can't be conspicuous about it.
Don't worry.
Now, I, on the other hand, am a wealthy heiress. I can just spin my grieving little heart out.
Hey, check this out. Italian chocolate.
Ooh, elegant.
I can't buy zillion-dollar telescopes, but I figured no one would get suspicious over food. Filet mignon, German beer. Look, this cheese cost $18. At least I'll eat like a king. Compliments of Julie.
Where's the champagne?
I bet you thought I forgot.
Did you ask for...
Only the best, but of course.
Good boy. But before you pour, check this out. You can practically read their newspaper from here.
Yeah, well, let's not get so carried away that we lose sight of Chris.
Now, is this a hint of discomfort I'm detecting? Is this about Joe, or is this about Joe with Karen?
It's about bringing Chris Ramsey to his knees.
Okay, whatever you say. Hello?
Hey, sexy.
Hi. Speak of the devil. Chris, I was just thinking about you.
Well, what a coincidence. You have any dinner plans yet?
Well, I was going to eat in, but there's really not anything here but peanut butter.
Peanut butter? Oh, no. A woman like you should be eating caviar.
Well, Neil is staying the night with his grandmother.
Oh, is that a yes to dinner then?
Absolutely.
All right. Hurry.
He wants to take me to dinner.
This is good.
Mm-hmm.
This is great.
Not yet, but the night is young, and I predict fireworks before I take my popcorn out of the microwave.
It's my turn. There is nothing I would rather see than Joe and Karen's relationship going down the tubes.
Don't even think about it. You've got a date. Chris is on the end of your hook, and I don't want him getting away.
Okay.
Just run along, have fun. You know where I'll be.
Yeah, don't steam up that telescope.
Give me a break. The prospect of sending Ramsey down in flames is a lot more interesting to me than watching Karen and my brother play Ozzie and Harriet all night.
Well, now that Chris is buying my inheritance story, it's time to move to phase 2. One look at his contract with Lance, and we'll know where all the bodies are buried. We've got Chris exactly where we want him.
Somehow Courtney Canales has managed to come up with a truckload of money.
Not from the inheritance.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive. She and Neil were both cut out of John Canellis' will. They didn't get a dime.
Working awfully hard to bait the hook, Courtney. Question is, what are you trying to catch?
Thank you.
You look ravishing tonight.
You're biased.
Well, who wouldn't be where you're concerned? Let me guess. Judging from that beautiful glow, I'd say that when you disappeared this afternoon, you went straight for the spa.
My glow is from finally being where I wanted to be all day long. Here with you. My afternoon, on the other hand, was spent gabbing with Lucy.
No wonder my ears were burning.
Oh, were they?
I assume all you did was discuss me.
Oh, sure. That's all women have to do when they get together is discuss their menfolk.
Well, that's my point exactly.
How sexist. Thought I had you trained better than that.
I was hoping for a bit more hands-on instruction.
You've come to the right place, baby.
Good evening.
Shall I bring the champagne, Dr. Ramsey?
That would be fine, thank you.
You always deliver.
Well, would you have it any other way?
No. No, I wouldn't. So, are we celebrating something?
It's not every day I get to take out a woman who's come into a large inheritance.
Well, definitely not an everyday occurrence for this little woman.
Well, money definitely agrees with you.
That much money would agree with just about anybody.
So, tell me everything.
About...
Well, courtesy dictates that we skip the unfortunate circumstances surrounding your ex-husband's death, but I would just love to hear about his family. I mean, the Canellises were very powerful people. What was it like to run in that kind of a circle?
Well, as you can imagine, the Canellis clan is very private. There's really not much to tell.
Well, their son John must have cared for you a great deal. I mean, you were divorced, and yet he left you a fortune.
Bless his heart. Even though Neil was not his natural son, John treated him like he was. He wanted to make sure Neil was taken care of for the rest of his life, and he was beyond decent. I will always, always be grateful for that.
Well, obviously, he was looking out for you as well.
Well, what can I say? I'm a lucky lady. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Gotta tell you, Courtney, you're one of the most interesting women I've met in a long, long time. You're fascinating and challenging. Just what I've always wanted.
Well, it looks like you've met your perfect match.
Here's to peas in a pod.
Of all the places the man could be eating,
Maybe we should invite him over.
don't you dare.
Well, why not? And he knows you. I know you.
Matt, stop teasing.
Well, and old boyfriends are full of information.
Will you stop? We spent one day together that hardly qualifies Sebastian as an old boyfriend.
Well, that's what I thought. But every time you look over there, you look away, you look back, you look away. It's like watching a tennis match.
I am not looking over there. I am not looking away. I am simply trying to have my dinner.
Well, methinks the lady don't protest too much.
You're loving this, aren't you? You're just having a ball.
It's a good thing you've got a sympathetic ear on this end of the table. You know, it happens all the time. You're with someone and then boom, your past comes bursting into the dining room out of nowhere. I've been there.
Oh, really? When was this?
Well, all my life. I mean, you realize that I've had a long line of slinky women in my past, Ellen? Let's not go there, though.
Oh, no, let's.
Well, if you insist. Back in my day on the Junior Downhill Cup circuit, there were ski bunnies, ski instructors, ski lifts. Ellen is amused? Don't laugh. I was the man. Aspen, Vale, Jackson Hole. There wasn't a ski town in America that hadn't heard of Mad Dog.
Mad Dog?
Yeah. I mean, it all ended once Jennifer Asante and I got together, but man, things were never quite the same after that.
The Jennifer Asante? The movie star?
Well, I don't like to drop names, but yeah.
Ooh, yeah, right. Okay, no more rice milk for you tonight, okay?
Hey, me and Jenny. Steamy. Yeah, but let's not get into it.
Ooh, my boyfriend dated Jennifer Asante. Practically makes me a movie star.
Oh, Ellen, you just don't understand. It's a sad story. Show business changes people. And not for the better, let me tell you.
Oh, you and Jennifer just weren't meant to be.
No, unfortunately not. Medicine is my mistress. I hear she's still single, though. I should call her. Maybe she'll come to town, hook her up with Sebastian over there. The four of us can have a double date.
Ah, your past meets mine.
Sound like a plan?
No. I think we're stuck with each other.
That's music to my ears.
Come on, Joe. You consume every article published in pediatrics. You're brilliant. You are. Anybody else would have waited till they got the lab results back or the spinal tap results before they even made a move.
Well, I knew ceftriaxone would work. I mean, it's a big gun.
And why did you know that? Because you are interested in pediatrics more than anything else. Admit it, you love kids.
Guilty is charged. What is that?
This is the 12-week wedding planning survival guide. Ooh. I ordered it, so you can take your pick. You can look at the wedding book or the pills.
Pass the book.
Whoa. This phone bill is over $200. Yeah.
Ken, this thing is full of 900 numbers.
Joe, you should have known better than to make all those dirty sex calls. That could ruin a relationship.
Well, there's no way these calls came from this phone.
These calls were all made on the same day.
And you and I were both in and out that whole day. You know what, maybe Alice sent up a repairman to fix something and he decided to make a few calls.
That's gross. I'm gonna call Alice and find out. Hi, Alice. This is Karen. Listen, have you had any repairmen up to my apartment recently?
Our apartment.
You haven't? Oh. No, everything's fine. It's just a phone bill discrepancy. It's okay. Okay, thanks. Bye. She hasn't had anyone up here in 2 months, she said.
Who are you calling now?
I'm gonna see who we're supposed to be calling.
What's wrong?
This is Tiffany. I've been waiting for you to call. Ooh, are you ready for some action? Because I am. Can you guess what I'm wearing? To find out, press
Someone's been a very bad boy, Karen.
I'm calling the phone company.
All right, we'll see at least if they'll take those charges off the bill.
Hello, I was charged with some 900 numbers to my bill that I did not make. 555-0122. Yes. But no one here made those calls. Well, can you at least block 900 numbers from now on? Thank you. Stuck with the charges.
Great. So the phone company's as helpful as usual. Look, why don't we just forget this, and why don't I just pay the bill?
But why should you pay the bill when neither one of us made those calls?
Because I doubt whoever made those calls is going to be sending us a check.
Finding $100 worth of sex chat on the phone bill, Karen. That's a sign someone has a serious problem.
Yes, sir. I understand.
So when I go over to fix that leak in your bathroom, Alice is hovering. She's grading my plumbing skills.
She has a habit of doing that whenever anyone is fixing anything. Oh, it used to drive us crazy. You know, my dad used to call her Backseat Alice.
Yeah. I mean, she keeps saying lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. I said, Alice, what do you think, I don't know how to use a wrench? Still watching the tennis match over there?
No, Sebastian alert at 3 o'clock.
Sebastian, our new best friend. You seem to be everywhere these days.
Well, Port Charles is a small town.
Yeah. Did you enjoy your dinner?
It was excellent. Yours?
Oh, they're good. Terrific vegetarian grill. And Ellen always orders the salmon.
Is that right?
That's very good.
Ah. Well, you two look like you're ready for dessert.
Well, we haven't decided yet.
So many choices, so little time. Waiter?
Well, that's very impressive, but I think you've got the wrong table.
In my hometown of New Orleans, we're famous for two things. Mardi Gras and Bananas Foster from Brennan's Restaurant. Now, I don't know when you two are going to make it over there, so I thought I'd bring a piece of the Big Easy to you.
So you ordered this for us?
Was that presumptuous of me?
Well, let's just say it was unexpected. Would you like to join us for coffee?
Thank you, no. Enjoy.
You know, I have a major fantasy about what I'd like to do when I get some time off.
Well, you're the king of the hill now. After the last deal, you could do whatever you wanted.
That's true. But indulge me. Greece. I want to go hit every spot in your old stomping grounds.
Sure. I could tell you some nice places to visit.
Great. How's the exchange rate? Is it favorable?
You know, I really don't know what the drachma's doing these days.
Well, you should find out. Bring it up to your banker tomorrow. I mean, your inheritance must have come out of a Greek bank. Aren't you curious about what you made on the dollar?
There was so much money, I figured why nitpick?
Well, let's see. It must have been either drachmas or eurodollars. Any idea?
Euro dollars, I think, yeah.
No, that couldn't be right. Greece didn't qualify for the eurodollar.
Well, however the money came, I only know that I like spending it.
Well, spending money can be an art form in itself.
And I'm becoming a master. So, Chris, you're no stranger to high finance. How do you keep track of it all?
I already told you. I like banks.
So are you doing that online banking thing that everybody's talking about?
Yeah, it's the best way to keep track of everything. I have a couple programs that I use.
Good. Then you're the perfect person to ask this question.
Shoot.
Well, since Joe's moved out of the Scanlon house, I thought I'd turn his old room into a home office, but I don't know where to start, and I know you probably have figured this sort of thing out. So, any hints?
Well, I just set aside a corner of my apartment to tax write-off.
See, I told you. Do you think I could check out your setup? I mean, I don't want to impose, but you've been very helpful.
It's not much to look at, but I'd be happy to show it to you.
No time like the present.
A nightcap?
Get the check.
Wait a minute. You're the one with the large inheritance.
Well, you don't watch every penny. Your money could disappear in a heartbeat.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the Bananas Foster. It's just the guy who brought it to our table is starting to bug me.
No, Sebastian is just trying to impress us. His sending over the dessert, a friendly gesture. That's all. Nothing more.
He's starting to cross the line with this let's be friends stuff.
Well, nobody wants to be friends, least of all me.
Maybe the cosmic forces weren't pulling our strings. But you can't look me in the eyes and tell me when you had dinner the other night that you didn't feel the same connection that we both felt 10 years ago in New Orleans.
Ellen, you were zoning out. Where'd you go?
Oh, I think a long day is finally catching up with me, that's all.
You want to hear my idea for a perfect way to end it?
Mm-hmm.
Flannel sheets, big down comforter.
Sounds heavenly.
I'll put a mint on your pillow, okay?
What was that for?
Oh, I've never kissed a Greek heiress before.
And since when am I Greek?
Since you inherited a Greek fortune.
Oh. So, in that kiss, did you taste drachmas or euro dollars?
Well, like you said, money is money.
So, is that the nerve center of the Ramsey Empire?
Humble as it may seem, it works.
Now, look at all this paperwork to file. Do you have some sort of system?
Well, I keep a shredder handy for things I don't need. Everything else has its place.
Sounds simple.
I prefer simplicity. Except, of course, when it comes to women.
Well, you are the first man I have ever heard say that.
Well, complicated women are so much more interesting. There's so much to discover about them.
I'm sorry, but I really think you'll be disappointed. I don't have anything to hide.
No, I doubt that.
So can you put the phone by the bed?
What for?
So I can call a 900 number to get in the mood?
Better not. Besides, the phone company has blocked all the 900 numbers from now on.
Oh, thanks a lot. Karen, you know, you're destroying a perfectly good marital aid.
Oh, yeah? Try this for a marital aid.
That's good. Now, can I have the phone?
Joe.
Just for 5 minutes.
It is the phone or it's me.
Karen, phone. Karen, phone.
Karen,
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut you.
Does that magazine come in a brown wrapper? Good. I'll take a full subscription. $6.50 Oakhurst Road, Port Charles, New York, 16543. Joseph P. Scanlon. Right. Okay. Thank you. It took years for Big Brother to make you who you are, Dr. Joe. It's about to unmake you in half the time.
Cannot believe, boy, that Bautista would make so much money on each and every dress.
Well, we have to pay him. We want him to think that we're on the up and up.
Yeah, but it irks me. Doesn't it irk you that he paid a thug to go tamper with that sprinkler system and ruin all of our dresses. And now somehow he's going to profit from this. He's going to profit from us.
Yes, I know. It irks me. But what are we going to do? We don't want him to know that we know about the sprinkler systems being tampered with.
You're right. Okay, so realistically, tell me, how long do you think it would be before we can get our own manufacturing plant up and running?
Well, that's another tricky thing because we don't want Verdiso to know and hear about this, you know? Now, I want to tell you, I found this little factory in Jersey. I think if we get it, we can cut down like 6 months of, starting up time. Huh?
Wow, yeah. Oh, he's never going to go for this penalty clause if he fails to deliver on time. It's too severe. He won't buy it.
If he only wants to delay us to get his own clothing line out, he won't sign it. But I think he's up to something else, and he'll sign it.
What? What could he possibly want from us?
I don't know. We'll just have to keep digging.
Oh, boy.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready. Okay. Go.
Scott?
How you doing?
How's my favorite dress designer?
Oh, well, anxious to be in production.
Oh, that's understandable. So, counselor, what do you have for me?
I have something for you.
Well, looks like we're about to be in business together.
Oh, hi.
Hello?
It's amazing. Even in a full-length white coat, you look great.
Don't tell me. Another business associate of yours fell and cut his head, or you were just in the neighborhood, or some cosmic force led you to the 6th floor.
I wasn't going to.
Sebastian, you can't keep dropping in to visit me like this.
I'm not.
Then why are you here?
I'm on business.
At the hospital?
Yes. My consulting job is with a pharmaceutical company, and I'm surveying doctors. And I couldn't think of a better position to start with.
I'm just too busy to answer any questions you might have, business or otherwise.
So, how about over dinner tonight?
I'm seeing Matt, and I happen to be crazy about him, so I won't do anything to jeopardize our relationship. I would appreciate it if you would just leave me alone.
Not much ambiguity there, huh?
Good. Mr. Dupree.
Sebastian, please. So, are those my test results?
Yes.
And that's not your happy face, is it?
Practically asking for my firstborn if I missed the delivery date for the dresses.
Well, you see, the whole reason you're here is because we've fallen behind. We got to cover ourselves.
Point taken.
But if you have a problem with the
I have no
delivery date...
problem. I've never missed a deadline. Yet. Well, I've seen the stick. How about offering me a carrot?
What are we talking about?
1 extra % of the money I'm owed for every day I deliver early.
Okay.
Then we have a deal.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let me put the incentive clause in and fix this.
You do that. But I'm not waiting to start production. I got to start earning that extra %. And you have to get started as well.
On what?
Bernie, it's me. It's a go on the Serena line. I want you to start getting everything up to speed. I'll overnight you the pattern. Right. Where were we?
Oh, you said that I needed to get started?
Oh, yes, on another dress.
Well, I happen to be way ahead of you on that one. I have another dress. It's almost done.
Then we'll need a new infomercial. That carnival story was a home run. We need something different but equally enticing to keep the public intrigued.
Well, that could be a teeny tiny problem just because I believe the carnival infomercial works so well because it was true. It was based on something that actually happened.
No kidding.
Yes, it happened to a very good friend of mine.
Well, then, start searching around. Come up with an equally interesting story. Excuse me.
Well, you know something? Maybe you can help.
How?
Well, you know, like she said, we stole that story from somebody, and we talked to a lot of people in town, and so when they see us coming now, especially her, they run the other way. So maybe you got a story.
You know, I think that is a great idea. I'm sure you must have had some romantic involvement, an amazing story you could share with us.
Don't look so serious, Doctor. It's not like I haven't heard it before.
Well, I admire your attitude.
I've learned early on that I could sit around and cry for hours saying, why me? Or I can get busy enjoying what I already have. Either way, the end is the same. But getting there is a whole lot different. So, that's all I really have, is just getting there. So what's the story?
Okay. The aortic angiogram revealed a type A proximal dissection very near the heart.
And in English, that means?
Right. The connective tissue disorder that you have has produced a split in the aorta near the heart.
And it can't be repaired?
No. As the heart pumps the blood through the aorta, the tear increases until...
And at some point, my aorta ruptures.
In a manner of speaking.
Oh, hi. I didn't realize you two knew each other.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm getting to know all the doctors. I'm consulting with a pharmaceutical company, and I suggested to them that I establish a rapport with the medical community.
Since we've already established that rapport, I've got a lot of work to do. I'll get going.
Yeah. Nice seeing you.
Bye, Matt.
Likewise. Bye.
Matt doesn't know about your illness?
I don't like to tell people what's going on with me. It changes the way they interact with me.
How do you know Matt?
As I said, I've been meeting all the doctors. And...
Uh-huh. Well, if that's so, you wouldn't have told Matt just now that you work for a pharmaceutical firm.
Well...
You know, I've actually noticed you around the 6th floor, even when it didn't have anything to do with medical reasons. And when you were there, you were talking to Ellen. And it seemed to me that Ellen was very uneasy.
Uneasy?
You know, Lucy Coe and Ellen are very good friends. Lucy Coe is the one who did the infomercial. I starred in that infomercial. You recognized me. Is Ellen the woman you met at Mardi Gras?
You're right. Ellen is the woman I met 10 years ago in Mardi Gras.
Wow. Wow. Why are you hiding it?
It's not that I'm trying to hide it. It's just this whole infomercial thing has made her so uncomfortable. I don't want to be the reason why the staff is gossiping about her.
Well, they won't hear it from me, I promise.
And I appreciate you don't tell her or anybody else about my medical condition.
Of course. I take it Ellen isn't too crazy about the fact that you found her again?
I can't blame her. I mean, I'm trying my best not to look like some stalker. When I learned about my condition and found out there wasn't much time available to me, I started seeing things in a different light.
That's understandable.
My priorities changed. Building my business no longer meant anything to me. Now, seeing Paris at least once did.
Well, now there's certainly something to be said for living each day as if it could be your last.
In many ways, I've been forced to live my life in the moment. It's been a wonderful gift. After Paris, I went back home to New Orleans. I visited my parents' grave. Spent time with some friends. I even looked up an old friend I haven't seen in years that I'd fallen out with.
Did you guys patch things up?
I'm happy to say that we did. One way or another, I've tied up a lot of loose ends in my life. Things I should have done when I had enough time.
Is Ellen one of those loose ends?
I thought about that woman I met, the Lady of the Moon, off and on for the last 10 years. Wondering, what if? I don't know if I would start looking for her if I would become sick. But when I saw that commercial and realized that it was my story, and that there might be a possibility that I could see her again, I had to try and find her. Something inside of me told me that I should. And that's the voice I've been listening to.
Why are you still here? You've seen and spoken to Ellen. What more do you want?
I wish I could tell you. All I know is I have this overwhelming feeling that Something fateful and profound has brought Ellen back into my life. All I want to do is reestablish a connection with her to find out why.
Sebastian alert.
I know. Where did you run into him?
In the coffee shop with Eve.
He's here because of work. He's surveying all the doctors in the hospital for some pharmaceutical company.
Well, that's the song and dance he gave me, too. But I bet everything I own that he's really here to see you.
Glad to see you're not jealous.
I'm not.
Good.
I just think it's a bit odd that a guy that you met 10 years ago would go to such lengths to track you down and then get a job that puts him in contact with you every day. Coincidence?
It doesn't matter why he's here, because I've made it perfectly clear I have no desire to see him. You, on the other hand, I desire too much.
Well, you know, I don't subscribe to the philosophy that you can have too much of a good thing. I'd be happy to demonstrate that reasoning for you later on tonight.
Sounds inviting. But if I don't get my work done, I won't have my evening free.
Well, then what are you doing standing around here chatting? Go finish your work.
I sell clothes. I'm not a romantic.
Oh, well, come on. You must have one wonderful story. Everybody has one story.
Not me.
Well, now, wait a second. There might be some sort of an incident in your life that might springboard into this great story. What about when you were young? There must have been a girl.
You two are very persistent, you know that.
Well, that's what makes us savvy business people, yeah?
All right. Sit down. Actually, there was a woman. I met her when I was in Europe.
In Europe? Where? Where in Europe?
Paris.
What were you doing in Gay Paris?
At the time, I owned a small cafe.
Ah, really? You know, all those articles I've read about you, I never knew you were in the restaurant business.
Well, as difficult and unpredictable as the clothing business is, running a restaurant is even worse, which is why I got out. That and Ilsa.
Ilsa?
She was a beautiful woman. Brown hair, brown eyes, and a voice made of honey with just the slightest accent that you couldn't quite place.
Where'd you meet her?
She came in one day for lunch. Talk about love at first sight.
Well, how did you start seeing her right away?
No, not right away, but we eventually became inseparable, at least for 6 months.
What went haywire?
Tragedy struck. The Germans invaded. We made plans to flee Paris, but she wasn't there at the train station.
The Germans? That would... Wait a minute. That would put that about World War II, which would have made you a child.
I left France for Morocco, where I opened up a small joint, took my piano player Sam with me.
Yeah, brother.
Casablanca.
You asked for a romantic story, that's the best one I know.
Come on. I agree. I love Casablanca, but surely you have a story, a personal story we could share with our customers to entice them to buy?
All right, there was a woman. Her name wasn't Ilsa. There was a war, but it wasn't France. It was Algeria, and I didn't own a cafe. I took photographs, but in no way, shape, or form would it be appropriate for what you need.
Wait a second. There might be some facet of the story that we might be able to use.
It's my own private story, and that's where it's going to stay. Private. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some dresses to produce. It seems the people I work for suckered me into signing a contract that makes me pay through the nose if I miss a deadline. Here's looking at you.
Who is this guy? All right, thanks a lot, Jerry.
Okay, so what did he say?
Well, the plant in New Jersey is not going to be ready for a while. It takes some time to refit the thing, you know?
Yeah.
Now, what about this infomercial? Any new ideas?
No, I can't get Fordiso's story out of my head.
Yeah, well, we can't use that. It's about Casablanca, and everybody would know it.
I know that. I know. No, I don't really want to copy it. I just keep getting this idea of a war-torn lover story. That's great.
Yeah, well, I just wish we knew more about that phony baloney.
Yeah, okay, well, if his second story was true, he must have been in Algeria during the French-Algerian War, right? He said he took pictures, so he must have been a photojournalist.
Well, yeah, that would have been, what, the late 50s, 60s?
Well, you know what? We did get out of him. He was in love with a woman there, maybe. Wouldn't you love to have a conversation with her? Just kind of get into his head. Maybe she could let us have some insight. How do Bordeaux's mind work? How does it work?
Je suis blessé. Aidez-moi.
I'm afraid my French isn't so good. I need a medic. Fast. Look, you just hold on, okay? I'm gonna go get some help, all right?
No, wait. Here. Later. Is this what you mean? Get it to femme.
What woman?
Please.
Go get this to her. But you hold on, okay? I'm gonna get us some help.
Tell her I love her.
I will.
Penny for your thought.
I was trying not to have any.
Zoning out.
Something like that. It's been a long, busy day.
Well, I spoke with Sebastian Dupree earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I found out that, that infomercial that Lucy did, I was playing you.
Oh. First, I am going to kill Lucy, forever broadcasting that story, and then I am going to kill Sebastian.
Wait. No. First of all, wait. Sebastian didn't tell me, okay? I guessed. And second of all, he made me promise not to tell anyone else that you were the lady of the moon.
Please, can we not mention his name
Who,
anymore?
Sebastian?
Yes, Sebastian. Every which way I turn, he's either standing right in front of me or someone is discussing him. He's everywhere.
He seems like he's a really nice guy.
I'm not saying he isn't nice. It's just that his expectations are unrealistic. We met 10 years ago. We had a wonderful day together, but now it's like he wants to make me his whole life. I've got a life.
Well, it's just my impression that he wants to be friendly.
I'm not interested.
Could you make sure that Dr. Burgess gets this and tell her that it's from me?
Sure, no problem.
Thank you.
She might not have a problem, but I do. Or more to the point, you're the one with the problem.
I think you misunderstand. What I just gave the nurse was a survey. Lance Pharmaceutical will write samplings of doctors at GH and other hospitals to fill out. I have one for you.
Well, that's fine. I'll be happy to answer their questions. And while I'm here, I'll take Ellen's copy, too. Okay. See, your job bringing you to the hospital on a regular basis, and that's one thing. But seeking Ellen out every time you come here, that's something else altogether. So this is how I want you to handle things in the future. Any business you have with Ellen Burgess, you come to me. See, that's the way Ellen wants it. And that's the way I expect it to be.